Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of JFS on the JFS that made more sense in my head than I thought it would. Anyways, today we're going to be doing a little tour around the server of my builds. I thought, why not for the end of the year, have a little show off of my builds on this map. Me showing off this build doesn't mean this season is coming to an end. We got maybe another year in us before we end off the season officially. But I thought, why not show off my progress for the end of 2024? And yeah, let's begin this tour. Alright, so the first stop on this tour is gonna be Spawn Town. And in my opinion, this Spawn Town turned out really well. Um, it feels like people stuck in this area for quite a long time, just building what needs to be built on the server. We did something a little different this season for Spawn Town, in which we combine some spawn houses, like you got Panda spawn house right there, you got Shawson spawn house right there, you got Muckluck's spawned castle right there. Um, but yeah, we also did some shops, as you can see by all those beautiful banners in front of those shops right there. We combined Spawn Town with Shop Town, which, in my opinion, for the next season, I think Spawn Town and Shop Town should be two separate entities. Like, as much as I like Spawn Town and Shop Town being combined this season, I think next season they definitely should be two different areas. Now, I did have two different shops in Spawn Town and another build in Spawn Town, and then my spawn house is like beyond Muck's Castle. But yeah, let's check out my two shops that I have. The first one is just right up here. It is the fortune teller shop, which yeah, I don't think has been used very much. Let's go get ourselves a fortune. Leave diamonds in here. All right, so I did some redstone for this fortune shop. We just place a diamond, and a fortune should pop out. Oh, that was okay. That was really lucky. I am lucky today. Okay, well, cool. I just got back my diamond. Nice. But yeah, this I had this shop idea since last season. This skeleton face right here was gonna be for a different build. It was gonna be for my Egyptian build that I planned on doing, but didn't do because reasons. So we turned it into a shop, and in my opinion, I like that the fortunes pop out of the skull's mouth. Now we go up here. We do have a luck shop, which I don't think people have used in a while. Maybe I should place some more like prizes. And up here is the witch's office, I believe I called it that. In which the witch who owns this shop comes and can make predictions and tell you your future, which no one has taken me up on the offer for me to tell them their future. So no future for anyone on JFS. But the second shop is across the way. First, we can visit this place because it tells the story of the second shop. So, this was my first charcoal shop. It had pretty much an auto smelter, so I could refill it like people can buy, and it will be refilled automatically. This was a temporary shop. I kind of kept it here as a memory because I don't think anyone is really gonna build here. But if we go across the way, we get to my charcoal shop, which I don't think has made any sales. Well, it made a couple, but yeah, the missing charcoal that's in there is me just taking the charcoal because I needed charcoal for smelting. I need something to smelt, to use as fuel for smelting. I am stumbling over my words. Uh, and I figured no one was buying my charcoal, so I thought, why not just use my charcoal and yeah, go smelt some stuff with the charcoal I already had made. I had an idea for the beginning of the server that I wanted to use I didn't want to use coal at all. I just wanted to use charcoal. My identity was pretty much based off of charcoal for the first little bit of the season, and then I quickly gave up on the challenge and decided to use coal. But I still use charcoal. Spruce wood is easy to get and it's easy to smelt to get a lot of charcoal and use fuel. Maybe next season we might do the charcoal challenge again. Anyways, let's move on to the next building. Okay, so coming up to my next build in Spawn, kind of a controversial build in my opinion for reasons that I shouldn't really get into, but we'll like gloss over them. But I just noticed somebody has actually built like a path leading up to my train station that I decided to build. I figured every season we had a train station and this season would be no different. I kind of want to like connect like this mini path right here to this path right here, so it's like you could go two different ways. But yeah, my train station, it is in my opinion one of my most favorite builds that I've built on the server. It looks really really well. It used a lot of copper, a lot of bricks, a lot of, I believe this is terracotta. Let me just make sure. Red terracotta. Okay, yeah, it was terracotta. And yeah, it looks fantastic. I do like what I did with the floor here using the smithing table. I forget what this is called. It's the upgrade gear table, and I think it makes a really really nice floor. This did cost a lot to make this floor out of the smithing table, but in my opinion it turned out well. There was kind of a controversy due to this rail and how it goes over spawn, and I shouldn't talk about it too much because it's old story. Things have already been said about it. People have given their opinions on JFS about it, and yeah. But I think this rail is gonna stay. I think I do need to complete this rail, build more lights, build some supports because it's still floating. That's a plan I'll do at some point, probably off camera. But since we're still in the area, we can go to my spawn house and check that out. So my spawn house, I had an idea for it. It was gonna be a giant tower that reached all the way up to the sky and went all the way down to the ground and like underground till Y negative 58, something like that. It goes a ridiculously, very ridiculously down low, and I think it turned out well in my opinion. There's a lot of empty floors in my spawn tower, but I do absolutely love how well it turned out, and I guess we should we should really start from like the home I was using before I built this tower, and that's that little cave right there that I dug into on the first day of JFS Season 5. And in my opinion, the idea behind this was it's going to be a little like pirate hideout. I still kind of want to build like a ship like somewhere here. But yeah, that's a talk for 2025. But yeah, this little cave was basically my starting cave where I still do a majority of my stuff. Like I have a bunch of farms. Down there would lead to my mob farm. I have like a bamboo farm and a sugarcane farm right here. There's like a lot of farms in this tower. There's regular like farms like wheat, carrots, potatoes. There's cows, sheep, chicken, pigs. We'll visit all of them. I'm still using this room as like my main storage room on the season, even though it is very much in a chaotic mess, and I need to one day organize these shuttle boxes. And we come up here, we see all of my cats, and also Muckluck's dog, because I've kidnapped Muckluck's dog, holding him for ransom. But yeah, if we go up the tower, you can see the gardens, my sugarcane and cactus, the first like farm I decided to gather by hand, my cows, chickens, sheep, and pigs, and my wool farm, which I think next season I will be doing an auto wool farm just so I can passively collect wool all the time. But yeah, we can just go up. You got my villagers. The first time I tested villagers was these guys right here, all to get mending, which is very convenient to have a mending villager. You have more villagers. You have my lava farm and netherwort farm. A lot of these farms are empty. Oh, you got my mud farm, which I haven't really used in a long time. But yeah, mud farm. But yeah, a lot of these floors are empty. Because I didn't really have time to like build anything in them. You got like random bits of rails that I believe this was Dennis Flux that just came by and placed these in my tower randomly. Ooh, clouds are going through my tower. That is lovely. These floors, I think, were supposed to be like living spaces. I'm guessing. And then if we go up here, these next floors were supposed to be like luxury kind of suites. Um, Although I was the only person that would be living in this tower, I decided I wanted some like special kind of luxury suites that people could come in. And then I believe one of these floors was supposed to be like my dog's house and like the cat's house. But right at the top is my empty room, which overlooks Muck's castle because that's all I could see. Oh, I guess I could see my rail station. But yeah, that's my tower, which I believe I only just completed this year because for the longest time I had to build something on the roof, but I never bothered building anything on the roof. And we come up here to the highest point of this tower, past F3. We're not exactly at world height. That pillar of scaffolding is at world height. But we're close enough. I didn't want to go all the way because this was a pain to get like all the materials I needed. All the deep slate and tough and like the floors for blackstone and stuff. Very annoying to get, but I'm really satisfied with this tower. It is the vision I had for this tower, it turned out like I wanted it to turn out. And you got other stuff around this tower, like this mushroom house. Originally, Lemons had like a quest because we only had one mushroom, and the quest was one to build the mushroom a house, and two to build like a monument to the mushroom gods. And I built this mushroom a god. I mean a god. I built this mushroom a god. Yep. I built him a house, which I do absolutely love the inside. It's a very nice and cozy. And then we do have my bridge, which I absolutely love the look of. I still this is another thing I need to complete. I need to build the supports, which I guess we'll save that for a 2025 project. Anyways, let's go to another place on JFS and look at more of my builds. So the next place that is on the list for our touring of my builds on JFS is the Cherry Grove, and I believe the name of it is the Cherry Divide. I don't know if that's the official name. I know it was the name suggested, and people seem to like it, but I have no clue if like we decided to make it official that this was going to be the Cherry Divide. Unfortunately, with this place, it is raining. That is really unfortunate. Unfortunately, with this place, a lot of people did abandon this place and went back to their regular builds. The original plan was this when the update that introduced like the cherry biome and stuff like that, when that got added to the game, we all decided, hey, let's move out to the cherry biome and start like a new spawn. And it was good for like a couple weeks, and then people quickly weren't able to play, including me. I wasn't able to play much, so I didn't really do too much stuff while Cherry Grove action was happening. But yeah, so some people did stick with it. I know Weather's still building in the Cherry Grove. I don't know if Dennis is still building in the Cherry Grove, but I know he was working at his tower like a couple months ago. I don't know if he still is working in his tower, but it's a very beautiful tower. Very, very Japanese like. But let's go over to one of my builds in this Cherry Grove biome, and that is my house right here that still has the spoiler on it from the episode I did when I created this house. And it also has two sniffers. One of them name is Nutsack McGee. Did any of you guys poo out anything fancy? Oh, it looks like you're sniffing. You're sniffing really hard. You're gonna find something. Are we gonna witness? Are we gonna witness the sniffer find something? Oh, we're gonna witness the sniffer poop? I don't think we are. Anyways, so yeah, the Cherry Grove biome house. I think it turned out well. I love the combination of the cherry wood, the mangrove wood, and the bamboo with red stained glass. I think it looks very fantastic. The interior I absolutely love. It turned out really, really well, in my opinion. It still needs a little bit more to be done on. I still need to add some books in this bookcase. But for the most part, everything is done. I need to add some armor on these armor stands instead of them being blank. And my lovely little bedroom. I absolutely love this house. And who knows, maybe next season we'll build a similar house like this. Because I absolutely love the design of it. But this isn't my only build in Cherry Grove. We have a little fun kind of build here. And that is the Witch's Cave, in which the witch character who built that shop and spawn built a little cave that she likes to hang out in. and there was supposed to be secrets, but I never. Why is that deep? Okay, it's supposed to be secrets I never got a chance to do, but I absolutely love how this little cave area looks. I love the hanging signs that are right here and the banners that are right here. This this looks like a very cozy place that the witch can just come in, chill, live, sleep, do magical stuff in. So the next place that's on the list to go to is a little project that I wanted to do, that I came up with the idea. Unfortunately, not many people were interested in this idea. It was to create a spooky town. And that nether tunnel I built myself with my own bare hands, and I think it turned out well. This little nether temple thingy, it needs some work on. We need to replace that dirt and stone right there with some actual stone bricks. But yeah, the spooky town, which I think it turned out well with the revampedness that I did of it this past Halloween. I built the graveyard, I built my house, and that's all I really did in the spooky town. But yeah, I think everything turned out well. I do wish that more people were interested in building in the spooky town. It was a little project that I had in mind in which we would build these seasonal towns. So like this town is specifically made for like Halloween shenanigans. I wanted to do like a Christmas slash like holiday town, which we will only build or use around winter time for winter shenanigans. But unfortunately, people weren't too interested in it. And yeah, I always said I wanted to come back and build some more. And this past Halloween, I did come and build some more in the spooky town. We built this graveyard, and we built this little witch house, which if we go in, hopefully things still work. We go in, walk over this tripwire. There's a witch! Ah! She didn't attack us. Sadness. But yeah, we have a little bit of redstone in this little witch house in which we can have a witch pop out and maybe attack us, but yeah, she did not attack us. But yeah, I wish more people came to build. I do think what I have done in this town makes it look a lot better. Maybe we should have come here at night so we can have the atmospheric nature of nighttime in Spooky Town. We also have like a bunch of graves, which a bunch of the JFS people have been buried here, past and present. But yeah, I very much love this town because personally I've put in a lot of work in this town, and I will put in more work if this map or the season lasts another year. But yeah, Spooky Town. Okay, next on my list for the tour is this build over here that is kind of abandoned, to be honest. But I do come here and chop wood down. That's my wood chopping area that I've been just coming here and just chopping wood, getting as much wood as I can. But this place right here is a little castle I started building, and I kind of gave up building. I do at some point want to come back and try and complete this building, but right now there are no plans for me trying to complete this building. It is big, it is huge, and I feel lazy to gather the blocks that I need for this. Who knows? Maybe I'll take down this castle and use the blackstone bricks and stuff for other projects I have. But yeah, the castle. I wish I can come back and build this. Maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll come and build it. Honestly, what I should have done is just built the fire gym in here and have it so that the volcano would be like back here. So right over this hole would be where the volcano would be. That would have made a lot more sense than what I'm doing right now and trying to hollow out a mountain. But yeah, I did not have the smarts to do that or to think of that idea before I started working on the volcano. But one day we'll come back to this castle, maybe, hopefully, questionable, very debatable. But this is abandoned for now until a later date. Alright, so one of the final few stops we have on our tour of my builds on the server is Jiffyland, in which myself and many other members on the server built a bunch of mini games, and we're gonna check out some of my mini games like Match Block, which looks like Hatch Block. But yeah, Match Block is just a basic like block matching game. We have Dodgeball right over here, which is supposed to be based off of the MCC Dodgeball game that they have, which turned out well. You got a bunch of the first players that came to play on this little bow arena. Then you have my Leap of Faith game, which was supposed to be a different dropper kind of game, but essentially it's simple. It's really simple. We're gonna go up and fall through the top. Got my elytra. Yeah, I do enjoy how tall this is, how well the walls came together. This was supposed to be built like near the beginning of the server, but I didn't build it until this year. Like I said, it was supposed to be a different minigame in which there was going to be like rings of glass around and you would have to drop through those glass, but that was too hard for me to build. So I decided to revamp it or rechange it into a better dropper game that involves a lot of white wool. Then we have my little PvP arena, which I think it turned out well. I think it's a fun little arena in which people can come and kill each other for sport. And I don't have my electron. One of the last builds I had. Oh, no, we have two builds. I forgot about the hockey arena, mostly because we haven't like played a game of like wind charge hockey. But I do got a bunch of wind chargers. So hopefully one day we'll play hockey wind charge boat stuff. And then we got my labyrinth, which is simple. It took a lot out of me to build. Very annoying to build. But I think it turned out well for what it was. And yeah, that's the builds for Jiffyland. We have one more place that we need to go to, and that is the volcano, or my little fire gym that I'm building for Weather's JFS League thing that he had planned, which should have been built a long time ago, or should have been completed a long time ago, but I don't have much time to build, so yeah, we're still working on it. Let's head over there right now. So the last place on this tour is my volcano. And this volcano is supposed to be the gym challenge for Weather's JFS League thing that he has going on. where other people have already completed their gyms, and yet me, I'm still in the beginning of phase of building all the builds that need to be built. I haven't worked on a single challenge yet. But I do have builds and I do have lore with this whole gym I want to do. We have the Fisherman's Hut, which is a fisherman from distant kingdom who got washed up onto shore and decided to make a life out in the middle of nowhere. And you got my most recent build in this area, which is this little village that from the last episode we built. I think it turned out quite well. Like I said, I absolutely love the church, and the store and the chief's house. Very much love. They both look fantastic. This whole village is gonna look fantastic once I complete the houses. Once I get proper lighting inside, I cannot wait. But the big thing about this whole build is the volcano, which I really gotta work on and try and hollow out. But we have a giant basalt volcano. There's some basalt missing right here. Okay, we need to come back and there's some places that I'm missing basalt. But yeah, we have this giant basalt mountain that we need to at some point try and complete. Right now, the stage that we're in with this volcano is just digging out this entire area and trying to hollow everything out, which is taking a really long time. We 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 have dug so much, and yet we have barely made a scratch in this mountain. I'm trying to fly with my sword, but I cannot. Yeah, we have barely made a scratch in this mountain, and at some point we'll try to complete it. I think the next episode of JFS that I do will be building the entrance of this gym volcano challenge thing. The entrance is gonna go right here. I have a vision in my head for it. But yeah, this build needs a lot of work and a lot of love, tender, and care to it. But I'm very much excited to like work on this build in 2025. We still got more houses to build. We got a whole area to build here. And then we can build the gym challenges, which I'm very much looking forward to. Well, those are my builds that I've built on JFS in 2024. Well, to be fair, I've been building these builds or certain builds since 2021 when season 5 first started. But we're still going strong. We still got builds to build. We got a lot of projects to work on, such as the volcano project and maybe a few mini games and maybe some stuff at spawn, questionable, debatable, and all that good stuff. Uh, this video has been pretty easy to make, if I must say. Usually at the end of the year, I like to do these end of the year videos to say, hey, year's over. Let's celebrate. Usually I will have a beginning of the year video, but unfortunately I did not have enough time to record and do that beginning of the year video. So sometime in the early 2025 we'll have a video out there. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys are having a happy new year. Uh yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I see you in the next one. Peace out, nerds.